Well, good day, viewers, and welcome to Noel's Garden Tractors and Firewood. And today is Sunday again already. So we're going to start our Sunday afternoon fireside chat, which is done in the afternoon this week, but no fire on today. The fire seems to be on outside though. Alright, I got a couple of little things to show you here, but I don't have any, what do you call it? I don't have anything wrote down, and I don't have anything in my mind even to say. And I don't have a script, and so it could be quite a bit of just a rambling Sunday afternoon fireside chat. Anyway, I'll get you turned around so you can see something normal. All right, here we are. we kind of did a boo-boo on video here. I had the whole thing all videoed, and then I realized I didn't have the thing turned on. Jealous. Anyway, there we are, something normal to look at. Tractors. So I might as well go through them. I already did that, but I'll go through it again. Oh dear. 1970. John Deere 140 H3. And a 1982 Case 446. Big wheel tractor, some people call them. I call it a high crop tractor. And why I do that is because the antique tractors, when the companies wanted a high crop tractor, what they did was put taller wheels on the back and extended the spindles for the front wheels there. And they were called high crop tractors. And that's just what this one has been done to. It's got the big wheels on the back and the spindles are extended. The other Case in front, it's a low profile tractor, and you can see in a second here that it's not nearly as high. So this one has 11 inches of ground clearance, where the low profile only has 7. So we'll go up there for a minute, I guess. So they basically kind of look the same. This one is an older tractor. This is a 1975. But if you had a 446 in 1975, it basically would have looked identical to that, other than it would have the big wheels on the back and have the extended spindles on the front. So I'm still having trouble with this one, with the belt flipping on the pulleys, and it seems to do it on the engine pulley for some reason. I worked on it yesterday some, and I did get ahead a little bit, but it's still flipping when you cut the grass, but it doesn't flip when you just turn the deck on and shut it off, and turn the deck on and shut it off. It doesn't flip, which it was doing before, so I kind of think I'm moving ahead a bit, but I still don't have it. And I've got my rosy cup full of water, as we need it today. It's kind of warm out. Now, I better do the weather, because that's what I'm supposed to do. And it's muggy today. So we're kind of overcast, not really any sun. So, no wind to speak of. So we'll come around here and do the weather. All right, so we are at 26 degrees Celsius. I can find me pointer. Where are you, pointer? Oh, there you are. Oh, that's 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and wind is southwest at 9 miles an hour, so we don't really feel a whole lot. And the humidex is 97 degrees and Fahrenheit. So it's going to be a reasonable week. 28 today and 26 tomorrow, chance of showers. Cool down a little bit through the week, but sunshine. So that's good. Heat warning on again today. So you got to keep your water close with you. And I suppose you really got to do that all the time. You're supposed to drink lots of water. So I've always got my cup here full of water. And then I put it in my fridge there and keeps it nice and cold. So we'll move back to the tractors here a little bit. So this one still has that belt flipping trouble. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. Yeah, there's always something crazy kind of problems I get and can't figure them out. Now, this tractor here, a 1976 MF12. The loader is not factory, that's something that I built. And I'm telling you, that thing is some handy. It's moved a lot of stuff over the years. I wish it was hydraulic though, but anyway, it does work. It's just a winch on the front there that pulls it up and down, or pulls it up and then the gravity lets it back down. And it has a trip bucket, just like the one you pull the handle there up on the side there. I kind of built it to try and make it look like number 38 pipe loader that you would see on a Massey Ferguson 135 tractor. Anyway, it's been built for probably 12 years or more. So anyway, we're still having trouble with her quitting on me, so I kind of figured out that it's gas fuel related. So some days it works good, some days it just quit. You get it going, it quits. So I did take the idle mixture screw out of it there a few days ago, and I squirted some cleaner through that, I think, or did I put air into it? I forget now what I did. But anyway, it seemed to work not bad after that, but it seems to have acted up again, so there must be dirt in it somewhere. And I haven't changed the gas filter or the air filter or done any kind of a tune-up on that tractor since I got it probably 12, 14 years ago. So I guess that's probably why it's not running good. Anyway, it's all right. It'll come along. Just another thing you have to do. When you have a bunch of tractors, there's always something you got to do. So this one, it doesn't have any real troubles at the moment, I guess. So I'd like to take that to the Dundas Plow Match Parade, but oh dear, just getting the blower off of the front and the chains off, and then in 2 months' time we got to put it all back on again. So I don't know. It's just not as the fad is wore out a little bit, I guess. Years ago, you'd be all excited to do something like that, but I'm not excited anymore. Now, the Massey Ferguson 7, working pretty good. It cuts grass. My, it cuts grass great. 1971. The only trouble with this one is I think the rods going to the governor are worn in the holes, and the rods are worn, and she kind of flutters a bit when there's no load on her when you have the thing revved up a little bit. When it's cutting grass, it's fine, and when it's on idle, it's fine. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but anyway, that's kind of on the bottom of the list, that fella. The Massey Ferguson 12 and the 224 case are kind of up at the top of the list. Now, this tractor here doesn't have anything wrong with it at the moment that I can think of. So I'm kind of half thinking maybe I might take that to the Plow Match Parade because it has no chains on it. And I just leave the blower on it. I could do the same thing with the the case too. Just take the chains off and go like that, I suppose. Anyway, a buddy of mine's got a John Deere that he just acquired not too long ago. A 316 with a Kohler motor in it, 16 horsepower. They were only made 1 year, 1978. And he has put a 3-point hitch on it. And it came with a 3-point hitch plow. So that's what he's going to put in the Dundas Plow Match Parade. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I kind of like to take that just to kind of give a little contrast on the two John Deeres, or take the big wheel high crop tractor, or the other one is the Ford that I have. It's not here. Some of you might have heard me talk about it before. It's the Kablooey. So Kablooey is running, and I have the deck on it, and it cuts grass, but the 10 horsepower motor is just not enough power to run a 50-inch deck. So that's another thing I got to do something with. I don't know what yet, but anyway. But I do have a set of tandem discs for it, so I was kind of thinking about putting it in the parade. Let my buddy go with his John Deere and plow on, and then I'd follow him with the Ford and the discs on it. So anyway, we'll see. I don't know if I'll do anything, but I might. Now, I better do this now before I forget again. I did change this calendar just a few minutes ago, but of course I wasn't recording at that point. Oh dear. Anyway, we're now into August. So here's something that you probably have never ever seen before. The tractor you've seen before, and there are quite a few of these types of tractors around, but the implement on the back of this tractor is something that you would probably never see anybody ever having one. I built that years ago. I would say, because of the number on the side of it, I was either 50 or 51 when I did that. So that's quite a while ago. Anyway, I did get an award for that at the Dundas Plow Match Parade a number of years ago with that. And so it's all ground driven. Everything moves on the back. The beaters go and the things up on the top go. So the beaters on the back, on the bottom, are an old fan blade, and the one on the top is nails, and there's a belt going down to the wheel on the other side that drives everything. So, holy cats, the amount of looks and comments I got off of that thing for over the years is just unreal. Used to take it to quite a few events and parades. And I'd fill it with garden kind of stuff. I'd put a bunch of blocks in it to take up some of the space, and then I'd fill it with peat moss and old grass and whatever like that to make it look like manure. And then, of course, when I was driving through the parade, if I seen somebody I knew, I'd grab a handful of it and throw it at them. Oh dear. Anyway, that was a fun project to do, to build that. And I kind of modeled it off of actually a Massey Ferguson 110 manure spreader that you'd haul around with a Massey Ferguson 135 tractor. And what else did I model it off of? There should be one here, but anyway, Massey Harris. Massey Harris manure spreader. Oh yeah, well, there's the tractor anyway. I don't have the tires on it. There's the Massey. I think that's a number 22, but I'm not sure. I just put some O-rings on it to make it look like it had tires. And here is the manure spreader in here. So the Massey Harris manure spreader. So the top beater is like that, and then the back beater is like this. So that's why I did that. I put the fan blades on the back of the one I made and put the nails up here to make it look like that. So, and that's all ground driven too, that one. They were quite a toy in their day. Of course, me, when I was young, I'd tear everything off everything. So muffler's gone, the seat's gone, the tires are gone. Junkets. Anyway, so yeah, I won an award with that setup, the Massey Ferguson 14 tractor and the manure spreader, at the John Deere, or at the Dundas plow match. So I'm going to shut you off for a second, and I'm going to go into the house and I'll show you the plaque I got. Just hang on 1 second. All right, there we go. That's the picture I got in 2019. Yeah, so 5 years ago. Oh, time flies, doesn't it? Sorry about the whatever it is in the background there. There we go, look at that. And you can kind of see the front of the manure spreader there. So that was that, and then this is what I got for a plaque. Anyway, that's kind of fun. All right, I'll head back out to the garage. All right, we're back in the garage here, and I'll continue rambling. I'm going to have a drink of water here first. Great channel. Should go and have a look at those people. Channel. They do firewood and other things. Great people. So, within the last couple of weeks or so, and this week, I finished my stacking of the wood in the garage here. So, if I measure that up, it's about 2 cords, if maybe a little less, but it's about that. So that'll keep me going. Some years I burn it off, some years I don't. And I still got some bits and pieces there I got to deal with yet, and some of the hunks and chunks are going there. And I got some bark and pieces there for kindling, and gathering up a bunch of paper and cardboard, and that won't be long before we'll be having actual Sunday afternoon fireside chats. I'd say within 3 to 4 weeks possibly. So, and I did get some outside here. This is what I call my just in case wood. So just in case I burn all the stuff inside, I have this outside. And then if I don't, then I take this and I put it inside for the next year. You can kind of see some sawdust there. I was using the handy dandy Saker mini electric chainsaw, but any that were a little bit too long there, I sawed them off. So I go by this pile sometimes with Dave's favorite tractor, and I don't want to get the cab caught up in a piece of wood. And it's not so bad with a tractor without a cab, because it's easier to see what you're doing on the slant, is because it's slanted here. So as you drive in here, the tractor tips towards the garage. So if you get too close with the cab, then you can get a hold of the wood up in the upper end of it here. So anyway, so the Saker saw made a great job of snipping those off. And then I just threw the little bits and pieces and stuff in here. So I'm hoping to continue this right along over to the window at that height. And that'll give me about a half a cord out here. So now what are we going to do? More rambling, I guess. I don't know what else to chat about. I took my trailer back to my son's place yesterday, so I gotta wait and see whether he wants to take some of that Fiona wood for his place this year or not. And if not, then I'm gonna take some more of that home to put outside here. And if he does take it, then I'll take some of the other stuff that I've already cut up, and I'll have to split it. And another great tool that I bought was this electric splitter. I've had this probably 5 or 6 years now. Well, that's got to be the best thing, I'm telling you. Between it and the Saker mini electric chainsaw, they're dandy tools. Dandy. I'd say they'd be the best tools that I've bought. I would kind of think right off the top of my head that I have. And that one is the worst one. There now, so I don't know. Oh yes, I gotta do something here. I thought I was gonna end here, but I forgot I gotta do the stickers here. I need to turn on the light. Might give a little more light there, and I might turn the fan on here. Yeah. So of course I go to do these sticker things here, and I forget everything. So Grampy's Workshop. Yeah, you had a video there. What was that about now? Jumps, I can't remember. And Luke, orange is my new green. And Murphy Mowers. I've seen a video today. Murphy Mowers. Lee was working on his lifted lawn tractor. Had some trouble with dirt in the carburetor, which I believe is what's going on with my Massey Ferguson 12. And Lynn's keeping busy. I'd say he is busy. Garden Tractor Boy. Well, Joseph, I got to watch your video yesterday before I did this today, so. And I even kind of remember what the video was about. You were back to working on your Boland's tractor, and you got all tires on it. And it's amazing, those rear tires that you took off are identical to the ones that I took off my Ford LGT 100. They were rotten. In my case, the tubes were coming out through the sides. And the traction, the bar traction part was perfect. So that's kind of too bad. The nice original Goodyear tire, you got to throw it out. And we have Dell in the backyard with Dell and Boulder Bob, and we have Mr. Gary and Kenny. Open air adventure. Had a great visit with Kenny and his wife Karen there a week or so ago. They were here on a vacation, and Kenny brought a new sticker for me. If you remember, see how this one wouldn't stick? So the man himself put this one on, And so far, Kenny, it's staying there. It looks like it's not curling yet, so that's good. And then we have Dave, RCAF Polar Express. And Dave is doing more basement therapy again today on his video. And then we have maintenance with Mike. And we have Brock, Lewis, Mowers, and Boats. Well, I can't say that I've seen anything from Brock in the last little bit, but... And then we have Gravely, Man, Small Engine Repair, Artie. Don't know if Artie got his, he's having trouble with one of his tractors where when they bolted the mower on, the engine would it was hard to turn over. So something was pressing on something in there and causing that. And then we have Craig, Everyday Projects. Rick, Twin Brook Acres. Rick is splitting wood, but he did say that he had, I won't say what he said, but he had trouble with his splitter, so I don't know if he got that fixed or not. And then you have this fellow here who doesn't know what day it is most of the time. Rick's Outdoors. Rick and Donita still splitting wood, and Rick has got a new lean-to up on his garage, and Rick's been having kind of a rough week because of the heat. He's got some migraines and headaches and things like that, and I can understand all that. And we have Retired for Life. Outdoors in the 608. Jeremiah had a YouTube visitor there today on his video. He had Todd. Todd's Outside Again. I've heard of this channel numerous times, but I have never actually watched it. I think it may be once or twice, but it's not a channel that I look at. I guess I should, because it's woodworking, splitting wood and all that kind of stuff. So, and then we have Tucker and I out and about. Cod Raven, Brian and Holly are back on their sailboat, so that's what they'll be doing for the next little bit. Big Sons, I'm sure, is cutting grass. Allen Family Firewood. Well, they got a new piece of equipment for their yard there this past week. It's like a hopper, I guess you'd call it, with a what do you call that? On the bottom of it anyway, rubber conveyor, yeah. So you can throw the rounds in this conveyor with the bucket on the tractor, and then it's all hydraulically driven, so it just brings the rounds to you. No more bending over and rolling rounds to the log lift for them. Well, I think that's going to be a great working thing for them. And the log father, I'm sure he's still doing woodwork. And then we have Daryl Wells, different stuff. Father and son outdoors. And John, the Bradleys on Catbird Hill. And we have Club Dora, Alan, and Ross on the land. I think he has a video out there, but I didn't get to see that, I don't think yet. And we have Larry Cluck. So, there's all the nice channels you should go and watch. Alright, I guess we're going to cut her off there. I don't know how long this is, so it always seems to drag on somehow. So, we're going to shut her off at that, and then I'm going to continue on with my day. And hopefully you people all continue on with your day nicely. And we'll see you back again this coming week, probably. I'll have something on the go for a video. I might try and, when I get to the Massey Ferguson 12 carburetor problem, I might try and do a video on that maybe. But I don't know when that's going to be. So this coming week I'm hoping to get back to cutting wood at my son's place. On that there's 4 to 5 cords of 8-foot length hardwood there that I got to get cut up. And I got to get it cut up, and I guess that's got to be done within the next 2 months. So time's a wasting, I guess, or time is going, and I got to get at that. So, all right, so we'll cut this off at that. Thanks very much for watching, and oh yes, I have to thank all the new subscribers. Thanks very much for watching and subscribing. And as of yesterday, I hit 600 subscribers. And my luck, by the end of the day, I'll be down to 598. Oh, well, that's the way it is. Anyway, slowly gaining, I guess, so that's good. All right, have a good day wherever you're at and whatever you're doing. Goodbye.